The Republicans that were indicted as part of the fake elector scheme in the state of Arizona are learning that not only does crime not pay, but it's also very expensive. As we all know, a lot of these indicted individuals had court hearings this week, right? Their preliminary, very first court hearings where they get their bond amount. If they choose, they can go ahead and surrender and get their mugshots, which some of them did. But most importantly, they were also able to tell the judge, I don't have enough money for a lawyer, which, as you imagine, a pretty big problem for some of these people facing some very serious criminal charges. According to Bram Resnick of KPNX News in Phoenix, here's what he posted. He was, witnessing these hearings as they were happening, and he said, former Arizona GOP Executive Director Greg Safston tells judge he can't afford a lawyer, is declared indigent, and gets public defender. Emails show Safston was in contact with fake electors architect Ken Chesbro. Later on, he tweeted, defendant Robert Montgomery, former chairman of the Cochise County Republican Committee, received a court-appointed lawyer instead of showing up with one of his own. So 2 out of the 19 so far have had to tell the judge, oh, gee whiz, I'm sorry, I got no money, so I'm going to need a public defender. And for the record, please don't think that I am sitting here trashing public defenders. They have my utmost respect for what they do. It's absolutely insane what these individuals are put through. But we are dealing with people that were pretty much bigwigs in the Arizona State Republican Party. So one, the Arizona State Republican Party is not giving these people money for their legal bills. 2, these individuals do not have nest eggs of their own to pay their legal bills, so they've got to go with the public defender. And if I have to spell the third part out for you, you haven't been paying attention over the years. What happens when a criminal defendant does not have the means necessary to defend themselves? When they are not the only person indicted. They cut deals. They start talking because they know that unfortunately, due to the caseload of many public defenders, they're not going to get the same amount of attention to their case as they would if they hired a private lawyer. So they're already at a disadvantage. Again, please don't take that as a knock against public defenders. That's a knock against the system itself. But because they know they cannot hire a lawyer to spend, days, weeks on end working on their case, they become more desperate. When they become more desperate, they become more likely to cut a deal with prosecutors. And any deal that these individuals can make is going to involve flipping on everybody else that they can. Maybe not all of them, but as many people as they can. And then what happens? That's when the fun starts, right? It's not just that you get 1 or 2 people to flip. It's that once they flip, then you can go to the person they flipped on and say, hey, this guy just gave me all the information I need to lock you away for the next decade. Now, I could do that. We could go to trial, or you could flip, basically double it, give it to the next person. What do you know about the people above you? That's how the dominoes fall, folks. For the record, no word yet on whether Rudy Giuliani is going to be able to afford lawyers. I mean, he's having very severe financial problems right now. His accountants dumped him. His lawyers have dumped him. So Giuliani may be one of the people that also has to get a public defender. That remains to be seen. But either way, these low-level people not being able to afford counsel makes them so much more likely to flip on the people above them until you get enough people flipping to get the folks at the top. Hey everybody, I don't know if you've noticed this, but we are closing in on a pretty major milestone here at Fair and Balanced as we approach 500,000 subscribers. But we're not there yet, and we definitely need your support. So if you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel, and don't forget, like and comment on the videos and share them as widely as possible.